Hi everyone, another beautiful day, another beautiful week here again. Today is our episode 5 of season 1, and the title of our story today is called Born to the Gods. Born to the Gods. We want to take this time to thank everyone who has been going through our page, looking our videos on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram as well as Twitter. We also want to thank everyone as well for all your questions that you're asking on the page, and we are sure that we are going to answer every single question at the end of this season, which is 12 episodes to be. And we are also pleading to all you, our fans and our viewers, to kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, our TikTok page, so that you help us improve and then also standing the chance more for more people to view our content. We are once more grateful here. And as always, we are going to read the synopsis of the story. Once we read the synopsis of the story, and then from there we throw in our questions, which we expect you all to, or even better, answer them. And we are sure going to answer every other questions that you asked on the page, just like we said from episode 1. Now this is episode 5, season 1. So the title of our story today is called Born to the Gods. That's the title of our story today. So the logline for our story is called The Next Almamy Sandiki. The Next Almamy Sandiki. So who is the Almamy Sandiki? Now Almamy simply means in the Sierra Leone language elder. Okay, and Sandiki simply means warrior king. Warrior king. So the next elder warrior king. Simply put, the next warrior king. That's the meaning of the Almamy Sandiki. Okay, then we see our cast for this story today. So one, we have the Sama, we have the king, we have the elder, we have the Sayu, we have the Fudier, Brahma, and then the Seer. This is our cast for our stories today. So as always, we are going to read the synopsis, and then from there we ask our questions. So we start. As the first and only son among 8 children, he was destined by tradition to succeed his father as the next Almamy Sandiki, the chief warrior of the land, second only to the king. This was the expectations of many awaiting his coronation. However, to their surprise, he renounced the honor, shocking his people and angering his mother. His relatives summoned him to explain his decisions. His response was simple: I am a man of simplicity, and I want to live my life as a common man who believes gods and hunts for a living. His kinsmen were unconvinced, as he seems to strike the responsibility of being the land chief warrior. They warned him of the danger that await the land if he rejected the God's offer. If he denied his birthright, the land could not crown another Almamy Sandiki for the next 5 generations. Without a chief warrior, they could not have a chief priest either, as only the chief warrior had the power to crown the next chief priest. Without a chief priest, they could not go to war. The chief warrior alone is permitted to declare war against any land with the blessing of the gods. Neither the throne nor the king held such power. If their enemy noticed the absence of a chief warrior, they could attack and enslave them, bring untold suffering to the land. The king, a warrior himself, feared losing the most respected positions on the land after the throne. Elders to the great cave of Bangaland to consult the gods about his stubbornness. The gods respond mysteriously. Only the water and the coconut knows the secret of the coconut. The elders return home, broken and hopeless, unable to decipher the message of the gods. Despite their attempt to persuade him, he remained disobedient. The king decided to mobilize the youth of the land and storm his family house to forcibly claim the title of the Almamy Sandiki. His plans were frustrated by the elders, who cautioned him about the severe punishment the gods will inflict on the land for such a transgressions. The king was troubled. He had another secret known only saved the life of Sandiki 18 years ago when he was attacked by a wild animal while hunting alone. He had narrowly escaped death, saved by the gods, but he lost his manhood in the process, rendering him unable to father a child. As someone who cannot produce an heir, he cannot assume the role of the Almamy Sandiki in this great land of warriors. It was a secret he buried from everyone, and the reason he could not be crowned as the Almamy Sandiki, the pursuit from his family, the throne, and the land was mountain. He decided to surrender to this pursuit, hoping to deceive the gods and marry the woman who could pave the way for his coronation as the next Almamy Sandiki of the land. He confided his secrets to the woman he intended to marry, swearing her to his secrecy. The woman agreed to the condition, and his friend from Samu land consented to secretly impregnate his wife to ensure the wedding proceeded as planned, and the coronation was a grand event attended by neighboring village who came to honor the most powerful warrior in their midst. On the day his friend was to commit this sacrilege in order to save his family from shame, the gods strike, leaving the village in trouble as everyone feared something terrible will happen soon to their land. The gods struck down both the wife and his friend immediately after they confessed to their crime. It was a day of mourning for the land as the entire family was publicly shamed by the king and elder. His body, Sama, later took his own life behind his hut. His body was discarded in the evil forest as punishment for his crime, and his entire family was exiled from the land. What do you think? If you are in these situations, would you reject being crowned as the chief warrior of the land because you know your predicament, or you will do exactly what Sama has done in order to save his family from the shame? Do you think also the gods did well by striking the friend of Sama and his wife for consenting such an abomination act to the land? And also, do you think the land will face terrible problem, or other land will attack the land because they knew very well that there is no Almamy Sandiki for the land, no chief warrior for the land. So there is no way the land can declare war against any other land. Or do you think the land will be in danger very soon? State your comments in the comment section. We are going to answer every question at the end of this episode. We once again want to thank you for your time here with us. Thank you. See you next week. Bye. Love you.